Hello, friends. Hi there. Hi. This is Magic with Melly. So, today's reading is about remembrance, recognition, realization, rewards. Yeah, we're feeling good in this energy, or maybe we want to get us out of a funk. We have this Five of Cups here. There's been a long period of paying attention to things that we are not, essentially focusing too much on negative things, things that we don't even really want in our life anyway. Like, that's kind of this energy where we are kind of wanting to stop this energy of falsehood. We're taking off the self mask. We are trying, and we're not talking about the pandemic here. We're talking about the mask that we put over our personalities, our characteristics, because we want to be liked. We just, transform into anything and everything just to be liked, and it's like, no, that's kind of really not it's a persuasive energy, and it can lead you very far away from who you are or very close to who you are. It just depends on the type of people you have around you. I think to we have to spend time recognizing that we are a Nine of Pentacles, that we are really independent, that we are beautiful, handsome, gorgeous, amazing, stunning, absolutely extraordinary, like just awesome words. And we need to be reminded of that because we have these Two of Cups, like these perfectly awesome cups that we can drink from, be nourished with, and so on. But this Page of Swords is really giving me needing to grow up, needing to see your experiences come full circle. With the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you're just hopeful that karma's going to come through for you. For those of you that have done good deeds, those of you that have done bad, you are seeing it. But it could be storing, though. It could be a different type of thing where you're storing energy that's not yours, and you're experiencing someone else's karma by association. It could be layers of things, because we need to recognize certain things about people in order for us to get the recognition that we want and desire and need for, like, I'm hearing like publicity for progressing. Some people just cannot be around in this journey because they are behind the scenes they don't have your best intentions, and maybe your intuition needs to be triggered here for this, for you to be able to have boundaries around that. Because I think those in my collective deserve so much, and it is evident to me that there's some issues with receiving or giving and receiving, whichever one it is for you. Just understanding how to communicate better. I think a lot of us are novices. We're really rather new at some of the behavioral things and how to achieve success in certain placements. And yes, so I have plenty of oracle cards. I think if you resonated with the title, you clicked on it, so that's a message for you that you're here for a reason. if I resonated even more, then these messages are also for you. How awesome. So I have a lot of these cards to shuffle live. I have so I'm going to shuffle all of them live for you. I'm going to clear the space and we're going to get into the reading. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be a lovely time. Okay, friends, let's see what messages are here for the collective highest good. We are channeling our story to understand what is going on for the highest good of the collective. Please, no evil or weapons of evil be successful in this reading or for my collective. I ask that we are receiving messages of love, respect, and peace and protection. Thank you. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. We have another Page of Swords out. Messages for the collective. We have the Nine of Pentacles reverse, so that's that. I think this is Spirit repeating that we need to recognize who we are. The Sun reverse, the Star. That's just for the collective. That's good. Temperance reverse. Okay, clarify the last of these messages, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me. Okay, so in this reading, I'm picking up that you need to recognize that you are the High Priestess. The High Priestess is someone who's very intuitive, who may know secrets, who just may know things because their intuition's just really strong. They're really smart. They're really intellectual. Maybe they're always ahead, but if they're ahead, are they ahead in a with good points or because they had bad points? There can be malicious intent tied with people using their intuition, or good intent with people using their intuition. Some people can use their intuition to dodge. Basically, you can do with what you know. So the High Priestess is someone who knows a lot about a lot of people, and so this person can have a lot of power just by knowing a lot of people. And with Nine of Pentacles reverse and the Chariot, it's this reminder from Spirit that you can also be someone who has a lot of people around you. That is a skill to build, that you can work really hard on yourself and then show it, and then it will receive recognition, and then after that you will be rewarded by compliments. You can be rewarded by more than just compliments. You can be rewarded monetarily. You can be rewarded by offerings, like opportunities for things, or just feeling like a VIP because you're invited to some party or some event, dinner, meals, whichever it is. But I think there's so much like the fact that the Page of Swords came out again and then the Nine of Pentacles came out again, but the polarization of it And then now the Sun in reverse and the Emperor is like you have control over how you see yourself. You have control over recognizing who you are. You have control over recognizing who you are and rewarding yourself regularly and being like, yeah, I'm awesome. Yes, I deserve being spoiled and treated right. You know, I can expect myself to treat myself right. If I'm not even treating myself right, how can someone else follow the lead or like know what that experience looks like? So I think there is a lot to do in the collective about needing to take back control, maybe from the person that is too controlling. Take back control of the situation. Maybe you one day opened your eyes and didn't realize how much you hated your situation. It could be work related, it could be family related, it could be romantic related, sexually related, it could be however related. But you just woke up one day and you were like, I don't really, I need something more, or I need, like, you just felt like a lacking, or you felt different someday. And Spirit saying that it could be related to how you are grounding, like if something just kind of disappears and you don't really like maybe someone ghosted you, or maybe you just lost something, lost a job, lost items, and you're like, why did that have to leave me? Why did that have to fall apart? Why did this have to happen? Why did someone why did someone leave? Why did the object have to go missing? Like, why? All these questions. And it's like maybe it was a mutual exchange, maybe it was a lesson exchange, maybe it was both, maybe that person needed it and you didn't need it anymore. It could be a multitude of things. But with the Star and the Queen of Pentacles, I think the question really here is, did you build a strong enough connection to the thing that you lost? Or do you think it will be better, like better appreciated, or better, like like it's just a treasure, like one person's trash is another person's treasure. And so this could be that, where a lot of people had one perspective or other, and you had a different perspective, you had a differing perspective, and maybe that changed things or shifted things. Because with the Star card now, the Temperance and the Three of Cups, I'm getting that when it comes to how like peer pressuring and like other people's opinions, that it could be really easy to pay more attention to that, because that's like the only time that you can visualize yourself is through photos or through mirrors. And so you've got to sort of remind yourself of who you are. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, smile, like hug yourself if you can, give yourself a high five if you can, and like have positive self-talk, say good things to yourself in the mirror, really enjoy who you are. And that can really be a role model for a kid if you have kids in this reading, because the Sun reverse here is kind of giving me vibes that you guys don't feel very maternal or paternal at this time. Maybe you are a young parent, or you feel like you're in a longer journey in your parenthood and have failed your kids, or don't do your kids always the best, whichever it is. I think that you are hard on yourself and need to recognize when you're recognize that your healing is always going, it's a unique journey, and we could only hope that we put less of the healing work, like that we make the healing work much easier by strengthening ourselves. But back to with the Three of Cups and Temperance, I think that you have little patience with yourself, because of little patience with others, with you perhaps, and that translates. Maybe you need to have a separation of energy. Maybe your energy translates really easily, and it may not just simply be the specific emotion or feeling I said. It could be nervousness, it could be anger, it could be just when someone feels some type of way, you feel it like double fold or tenfold, and that's normal for empaths. If you have a gift, you should be in practice. It doesn't have to be card readings, but some of you may be card readers. Some of you may be in psychology, or wanting to help people in some way, medicine. I'm hearing someone was always like the little helper and all kinds of stuff like that. But another part of this reading though is like the type of people who have someone who's concerned about someone on the other side, or a loved one in general, like someone that they cannot really get like their like words to or from very easily. It could be spirit, it could be someone human, we just want to connect and understand, just mostly for understanding, and just that's just a beautiful thing. So this, she has taken mind that this reading is general. And anyway, another part of the reading here is, I think that the decision to choose or not to choose evidently made two queens not want to be in the situation. That perhaps there was someone who thought they were the star player, that they could have multiple energies, if you get what I mean, like multiple individuals. If you are aware or unaware, that is up to your situation. But again, the star player is like having a team, and maybe you were the only one who didn't know you like about the team. I don't know, like there's some energy here with the group, with the Three of Cups, and now the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. I keep hearing like I'm calling it quits, like not wanting to put energy towards it, like actively trying to lessen how much energy you put towards it, because maybe you are knowing. Again, with the High Priestess, that perhaps there is knowing about how someone is or who someone is, and like that they're really promiscuous or flirty, or maybe they tend to like to go out a lot, and if it makes you uncomfortable, if it's like repeatedly triggering you, that is a sign for you to understand like that person is not going to change who they are, and you're not going to change who you are. If you want to continue doing what you want to do, you're going to keep doing that, and it's going to keep pissing that person off. But every time you stay home, or every time you don't do something that you wouldn't want it to do because it's a loving act or favor for the person you're with, you're going to be bitter and feeling not great. And so this is sort of that lesson of just be free to be who you are, and let the other person be free to be who they are. Like, why be so locked up, or feeling so locked up? I know that here in this reading earlier, I was saying like about a decision or indecision. It really just turned some of these energies away. If you don't really know what you want, then the people around you, the universe, they won't know what to do to replicate, to reciprocate what you want. And I was channeling also this energy of some of you don't really know what exactly you're manifesting. You're either not specific enough, or don't recognize it when it's around, and that you are rejecting it in some way or form, because perhaps you asked for different, or you asked for you asked for a different experience, and then a different experience did come up, and then you dissed it. It could be this thing of you asked for like financial help, and then it was an instant gratification, and you're like, well, that didn't help the other experiences that I'm having trouble with. So you need to be sort of setting your bar a certain way, like your standard, to where it's like, for example, instead of saying like I want to, like I wish I had money, like that might just come to you in like 10 cents. And that is, we are grateful for any amount that is abundance, but we would we would wish for more. And so the thing would be, the affirmation would be, I would love to have consistent paying clients, and that is much more of a constant to abide by. They're like, oh, okay, we get it, clients. And like, but if you just say money, it could be a variable thing. You could ask for a specific amount, but then that kind of lays into expectations, that you expect a certain amount to come through, and that's not a promise that can be fully expected or promised or any sort of way like that. You can't just expect miracles, not just with the snap of a finger. The way that it's proven to you isn't going to be so publicized. It's not going to be just in your hands, because you are not God's hand. You are just like a human, like a, and so it's like the experience will be validated for you, but you have to know how to flow respectfully with self and others, and coexisting with the universe, co-creating with the universe, making sure that you are stepping into your power, that you're not just giving away your power, that you're not just letting someone step all over you, that you're stepping into, again, your power, but understanding how much of it you have, perhaps reminding yourself. Oh, excuse me. We have the card balance. Messages for the collective. We have balance and we have fear. So some of you need to understand when you're in a fear mindset and release it and be more comfortable with feeling happy. I love that these cards are flowing to you like this. Oh my goodness. So that is the messages for the collective. It's so sweet to be loved by you. Oh, that's that song, how sweet it is to be loved by you. I think that's a song, right? So let's see what else is here for the collective's highest good. Messages for the collective. Okay, we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So Anna could be significant, that name, or Mary. I'm getting those names, and the name Nicole. Messages for the collective. Thank you. I'm also getting the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. Some of you are on a journey with your soul tribe or looking for your soul tribe, just collecting individuals who are with you. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held, priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? It's really important for you to feel strong enough to take a lead, to want to step up and like just really step up for yourself. Boundaries, because some of you don't really have strong boundaries. You just let people be mean to you, bully you without without punishment, or without you just want them to continue being friends with, you just want to continue being friends. A thing you think maybe you can't find new friends, or you can't keep the memories and let it go, some sort of thing, like it's unfair in some way. But I think for sure if your mental health is being affected by having certain people around, and your energy is not really good by having certain people around, you need to establish better boundaries. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Some of you are just really focusing on, I'm not normal, I'm really weird, and blah, blah, blah. And Spirit's like, that is like, you are awesome because you are weird. You are awesome because you are different. And it's that reminder here. Just remind yourself how cool it is to be different, and just go on with that. Messages for the collective. Okay, so you may be dealing with a Libra or Libras in your chart. The planet Uranus could be significant, or you need to look at that placement, what zodiacs you have with this placement. We have Cancer and Pisces, so quite a few water signs. We have Cancer and Pisces here, and okay, Libra is an air sign, so you could be dealing with those signs, dealing with these signs specifically. They could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But let's see what else is for the collective here. Venus. Okay, Venus is definitely telling about romantics, dealing a lesson in romantics. If you enjoy Mayday Parade, that is a album that is very wonderful for dealing with sadness, connections going not the best. We have the Gemini back the deck. I'm hearing the song and the name Katie. Katie, don't cry, I know you're trying your hardest. The hardest part is letting go. So you may want to listen in on that song by Mayday Parade. It's called Miserable at Best. Okay, messages for the collective. Some of you are really just feeling in your feels and need to treat yourself with more kindness, more sweetness, more compassion. Not for you, especially if you decided or someone decided about you that the situation is not for you. You know, like there could have been a rejection or separation. There was definitely truth that was exposed, and you handled it gracefully is what I'm experiencing here. Never-ending story. Some of you are just really exhausted by the same cycle repeating over and over again, and that's fine. But I think the whole point is to help you find your skills, your tools, your gifts, your experiences that molded you to this point, so that you can now join the community, join the higher ups, join where you've always meant to be, join like your earlier we said soul family, joining, finding your soul family. You had to go through all this first in order for you to have resonance with the next level. Come to the edge. Next level. Here and now. Come to the edge. It's right here. You just need to take a leap of faith. I think that's what's up with the come to the edge. You need to take a leap of faith towards what it is that you want. A change of the wind. Some of you are asking for change, but then are not willing to change yourself. So be mindful of what you're not willing to change. Be mindful of what you're not willing or not willing to do. You need to expose flexibility and focus to yourself, especially focus because we have chaos and conflict. You guys are going through it to the sea. You guys are really deep in these feelings and these emotions, and that is okay. and in this time and space, it is really good to be loving who you are and loving where you're at, even if it's not exactly where you want to be. Some of you, I think it's like you wish that you were further along than you are. You wish that some things were different than they are now. And okay, that is a normal experience to have. You need to spend time meditating and maybe experience a rebalance energetically. You may need to book a session with Reiki or crystals or with a healer. We have expression. You need to express that you need some work done. At least put your focus there, and you can definitely put energy in the right places. Some of you are afraid to heal because you're afraid to experience happiness, because you're afraid to have it lost again. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love, joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Forgiveness. You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Loyalty, your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. This is beautiful energy. I think you guys are realizing that when it comes to anything long term, any relationship with yourself and relationship with other people, you do have to practice forgiveness. But this is not necessarily the same thing. Like, you just know that the loyalty, like someone's loyalty is never going to change even if they forgive you or not. That is like a love that transcends, that's a very ascended love. That is a very evolved love. Someone who stays with their loyalty even when they are still waiting for a forgiveness or an apology or waiting for corrective action. They're just always loyal no matter what. They just take it no matter what. And that is a very rare, very, very, very rare love to have. And that's a love that you need to have with yourself. And then obviously if someone has it towards you, you need to protect and treat that very sacred, because that's hard to find outside of you. That's even hard to find and do for yourself for most. So I think that this active practice of forgiveness, forgiving yourself for things that you did wrong, forgiving other people when they actually own up and correct what they do wrong, because when you actually know you do wrong, you will energetically want to do the right thing after. You know, like if you're loyal to something, if you feel good about something, you will energetically just do the right thing for yourself or for other people. At least that's how I see it. And I think that not everyone can see this way or knows how to. And I think that with forgiveness, we need a lesson on forgiveness, that you can activate that power. And the power is like releasing what hurts. However you think releasing the hurt is shaped or formed, or like whatever it looks like, that is very specific and unique to you. It may be eliminating text messages. It may be eliminating objects. It may be eliminating social media accounts. It may be eliminating like that person more from your life than social media accounts, because maybe you see them regularly and you don't want to see them regularly. That is not just on social media, it's in person as well. Like, it may be layers of things where it's multiple people. However all of this works for you, it's up to you. I don't know your life. You know your life. You can share your life, you can share your story, but this whole thing is about spirit reminding you to commit to your joy, commit to expressing yourself, and in a way that makes you feel right and good. ask and receive. Let's just for the strength and guidance and compassion. So right now, I think you're receiving this energy from the angels. Just if you need it, it's here. But there's this something that you need to say no to. I'm getting this boundaries picking up around the no, so you really need to believe when someone's telling you a warning sign that you need to protect yourself. Let's just for the collective. Not the right time. Some of you just know energetically. So you wonder why you're putting like some of this is like there's some partial energy exuding you, coming from you, and you realize that the partial energy is because you need to reconsider something, because you're not really at your heart and mind's not in it as much as it could be. And maybe you know we have double no's here. Romance. Some of you just know that if the romance was there, it would be there. If it's not there, you know it's very much not there. Especially if it was there and then it ended. Like, it happens like that sometimes. It just depends on, do you choose your person again and reignite with that person, or are you trying to spark a flame somewhere else? Some of you are really trying to figure out where the flame or where the light is even leading you. Yes. I think some of you, I think there's another portion of this reading where a lot of you are really used to saying no. You're like, no, I'm really uncomfortable, or no, that's, no. But I think Spirit wants to remind you to be in the spirit of saying yes. That if something makes you feel good and makes you feel like it's right, it's an opportunity, it feels, I don't know, like things feel like aligned, that you could say yes to it safely with ease and grace. The back of this deck says ease and grace. That it's okay to ask for what you want, that if you ask for what you want and it comes, you can't just be rejecting it. I think that was a message I was saying earlier. We have the no and the no. So it's like you ask and receive, but you've been saying no to it. I think Spirit's saying you need to stop saying no and just let things flow. Let things flow. Stop saying no and let things flow. Stop saying no and let things flow. That could be your affirmation. You can definitely comment it if you want to claim that energy. And so I believe this is the reading. Thank you so much for joining Magic with Melly. This was a wonderful time to connect, and I am thankful for the mutual healing that we have received. I am thankful that I can teach and you guys also teach me. Me channeling the messages also gives me like little trigger points of what to do for myself, and sometimes, a lot of times, connecting is mutual. Even if it's verbally expressed or not, just know that I found this reading to be impactful. I found it to be lovely, and I appreciate you guys for joining space here. You guys are magic. It was an awesome time here with me, who I am, Melly. So, thank you and goodbye.